In Malaysia, there is a small island. From a distance, it looks like a human skull more than 2 centuries ago. A group of native people once lived there. Then, without warning, every villager disappeared in a single night. Some believe a ruthless witch wiped them all out. Yet even today, no bodies have ever been found. Over 200 years have passed, and the outside world has long forgotten what happened on the island. To prove who was the bravest, a group of young people decided to spend the night there. They wanted to show how fearless they were. What they did not realize was that they had stepped into a place filled with terror. As soon as they arrived, Anna was drawn to a striking hornbill, hoping to get a better shot of the beautiful bird. She chased it straight into the woods. Worried about her, the others hurried after her. They failed to notice that they were running deeper and deeper into the forest. When they finally stopped, they found themselves in an abandoned village. The village was packed with eerie scarecrows. A thick rope stretched across the entrance, as if someone meant to keep outsiders away from afar. The place looked dark and unsettling. One of the braver friends tore down the rope barrier. When nothing happened, the rest followed him inside. Only Kelly felt a growing sense of unease. Since they planned to stay overnight, they picked a rundown house. After tidying it up a little, they decided to rest there. At first, no one sensed anything unusual, so they quickly fell asleep. But around midnight, the door suddenly creaked open. Startled awake, Mark looked toward it. The door was moving on its own without any wind, as if someone had just come inside. Cold sweat covered Mark's back. Gathering his courage, he stepped outside and noticed pale smoke rising from the forest. It felt deeply unsettling. Mark assumed it was just some strange natural phenomenon. Seeing everyone else still asleep, he chose not to wake them. He shut the door and returned to his spot. The others slept on, unaware that faint cries drifted through the forest. The sound seemed to reach only Kelly. Before long, it jolted her awake. Determined to find where it was coming from, she turned her head and saw something horrifying. Her friends were all sitting upright, yet their eyes were tightly closed. Kelly tried calling their names, but none of them responded. Then one by one, they lay back down again. The chilling sight left Kelly frozen in place, just as she hesitated over whether to wake them. Another wave of sorrowful crying echoed from afar. She followed the sound outside and saw villagers gathered around a woman. The woman was sobbing over a man lying on the ground. He appeared to be her husband. Her cries were filled with unbearable pain, yet the villagers dragged her away by force. After taking the woman away, the village chief ordered the man's body buried beneath a pile of stones. Before leaving, they burned down the couple's home. The woman watched in anguish. Powerless, she collapsed to the ground. The final image Kelly witnessed was the woman transforming into an evil witch, consumed by hatred.